Hi, I'm Stephen Howard. I'd like to share some thoughts with you about compassion, because compassion is something we all need more of in today's world. And compassion, quite honestly, needs to start with ourselves first. Forgive yourself for anything and everything that has limited your peacefulness and joy from as far back as you can remember to this very moment. The past is past. You control your future. You get to write your future. Now, while empathy is an important trait, compassion is actually more important. It's a difference between telling someone you care about them and demonstrating and showing them. Compassion is when one's desire to help becomes an impactful action and response. Now, self compassion is a critical aspect of a Humony Mindset because it's really almost impossible to deliver compassion to others if we cannot treat ourselves with kindness and respect. Self compassion means dropping all the negative self talk cascading around in your brain. Compassion is about your mindset, how this will impact your interactions with others. It's not about faking niceness and politeness. Someone who's compassionate has a keen sense of empathy and consciously interacts with others through intentional and continuous acts of kindness. Your mindset needs to be, quite frankly, that everyone is doing the best they can with the resources, mental, emotional, that they have at the moment. And if they are not, you hope this is a learning or growth experience for them. Either way, it is where they are on their journey. The hardest part of this is being non-judgmental, or at least not expressing our judgments. As humans, we're going to judge others. We're going to judge their behaviors. We're going to judge their actions. Keeping these judgments silently to ourselves is the biggest hurdle. The second biggest hurdle is not allowing these judgments to impact our mindsets, our biases, and our interactions. Sometimes the most compassionate act you can do for a person is to give them a kind word of support, empathy, encouragement, or helpfulness. This is not the golden rule of do unto others as you would want done to you. It's really what's referred to as the platinum rule. Do to others as they would like to be done to. It takes the same amount of time to express a friendly or encouraging word as it does to utter criticism or a dismissive remark. We can choose to be compassionate just as easily as we can choose to be uncaring or unkind. Not everyone will want your sympathy, your pithy words of wisdom, your comforting hugs, or your best intentional advice. You have to assess what they think they want or need, not what you think they need. And don't take rejection so seriously or personally. You may have misinterpreted their wants and needs. They may not be in a receptive state. Accept, understand, try something else, or move on. You cannot fix every ill or unhappy person you encounter. Just be satisfied you did not add to their unhappiness or their sense of a foul situation. Be self-satisfied. You tried. Giving compassion will not always be well received, nor will it always help. But if given genuinely, it will never hurt the other person or the situation. Plus, and here's the bonus, it's free to do so. It will not cost you anything other than a modicum of effort, and it will provide you with some self-satisfaction. Now, many people wait for others to show compassion before conveying it. That is so needy. It's better to be the first to give, knowing that we will receive the same in return from others, if not from the person to whom we have displayed compassion. Don't make compassion conditional on the actions of others. Don't get discouraged if reciprocal compassion is not immediately demonstrated. The person giving compassion is the winner. Ask not what compassion you are likely to receive from others, but what compassion you can give to others. Remember, compassion requires courage. You must be willing to risk rejection, even ridicule. But most of the time, your efforts will be appreciated and acknowledged. And your efforts should always be pleasing and recognized by you. Where would we be if everyone waited for others to be compassionate first? Most likely living in a world of divisiveness and discord. Oh, wait, we already are. Since we're all connected to one another, how we treat each other is of paramount importance. The more compassion we bring into our interactions, the greater our impact will be on the world at large. So I want to share some wise words on bringing greater compassion into our lives. I'll read the first three quotations, and I'll put on some background music and let you enjoy the remaining quotations. I'll come back to say goodbye and summarize. So without further ado, here are some quotes on compassion. So our first quotation comes from the Dalai Lama, who said, "If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion." The Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh said, "As you inhale, let your heart fill with compassion. And as you exhale, pour the compassion over your head." And this goes back to the self-compassion that I was talking about earlier. And lastly, from Anne McCaffrey, very good advice. Make no judgments where you have no compassion. You're angry, you're emotional, and you're not compassionate. That's not a time to make judgments about people, situations, or events. So here are the remaining quotations with a little background music. I hope you enjoy them, and I hope they motivate you to bring a little bit more compassion into your life. Well, I hope you enjoyed those quotations, all of which can be found in my book, Humony Mindset Quotes, Words of Wisdom to Change the World by Changing Your Mindset. The book is available at Amazon in both paper and Kindle formats throughout the world. I hope you enjoyed these quotations. If you have any ideas on how to spread the Humany Mindset message into your communities, your workplace, your families, your schools, let's talk. Please email me, Stephen@humanymindset.com. Set up a time for a really rich discussion on bringing the Humany Mindset into your world. You can also follow Humany Mindset on Instagram @Humany Mindset. And if you are not a subscriber yet, please subscribe here on YouTube to this channel @Humany Mindset. We'll let you know when we post new content. This is Stephen Howard wishing you and yours a Humany Mindset week ahead, and hoping that these quotations will inspire you to increase the compassion that you have for others and to increase compassion in your life. Thanks for watching.